What's going on, guys? Car review guys here. My name is AJ, and today we are with the 2023 Kia Sportage EX all-wheel drive. So without further ado, let's start with the exterior, run through the interior, and then we'll take it on a drive. It is a little bit windy today, and we're using the GoPro, so we will do our best to minimize the wind noise for you guys. Let's roll. Starting right up front, we have LED runners, as you can see right there in this very unique design. And then it has LED headlamps. If you go up in trim level to the SX, you will get LED projectable headlights, which, yes, there is a difference, but these are still really, really good. Definitely has a different designed front end. It's definitely the first that I've ever seen anything like this, and it's actually grown on me. I don't mind it at all. It looks pretty sporty, to be honest, and it's already been done and it's kind of old hat now, but it's the first one I've done in a review, so I love the new Kia badge. Just FYI, it looks way more sophisticated and classy in my humble opinion. Moving our way around to the sides, looking at the tires right here, you've got 235/60 R18s and exactly the same on the rear, as you can see right there. Again, this is the all-wheel drive version, and you do have keyless entry access right there with the push of a button. It is only on the front. It is not on the rear door. The color on this is Vesta Blue, and it's definitely unique, and the interior is actually gray with like a dark blue, which is also really interesting. Moving our way around to the back, it's pretty clean looking back here, which is I think it's pretty nice, to be honest. In order to access the rear, you come right up underneath. There's just a button right to the right of the camera. You just press it and up it will go. And you have definitely some good storage space back in the rear. And if you would like to fold the seats, you can just pull on the right side for the right seat, or on the left side, and they will drop down, which is definitely nice to not have to like walk around or anything. And to put the rear up, you just press right there. And right before we step on into the interior, wanted you to see the coloring here. It's actually really unique. Like I said, it's like a dark navy blue. Hopefully it's turning up on camera. And then a really light gray. It almost looks white just because of the contrast of the dark blue. But nonetheless, it honestly looks pretty good. I wasn't sure about the dark blue at first, but it actually works. So anyway, yeah. So now I'm gonna do the test of getting into this. Is it easy or not? As you guys know, it's actually really easy to get in and out of this. So that's nice. Headspace, we've got, I would say, roughly 3 inches, somewhere in there. I'm 5'9", for those of you that don't know. Up in front, this is where the seat sits while I drive, and this is our leg space. We've got, I would say, 8 to 12 inches there, plenty of space. You'll notice on these seats there is a USB-C port, and also on the other seat as well. So you have some options for charging. So they've definitely brought in some new tech. Up above us, we have a full panoramic roof, which is really nice. And right here on the seats, you do have this little fold down with 2 cup holders, nothing too crazy there. And then these seats actually do recline. There is a little lever over on the side, and you can literally pull it and you can recline back. So pretty nice to be able to have a little bit of adjustability in the rear. Alrighty, let's step up into the front. Okay, as we step up into the front, again, the theme continues with the coloring. As you can see, we got the dark blues up here. It's a piano black up in here near all of your window switches, lock and unlock, and all of your mirror adjustments. And then up here is like a brushed, almost like a textured black, kind of unique. I actually really like that. And then you can see the driver's seat is fully power, which also obviously really nice. Alrighty, stepping into the front. Yeah, super easy to get in and out of this vehicle, front or rear, very easy, very natural. Again, I'm 5'9", so if you're way taller, then maybe it'll be different, but on average, pretty easy to get in and out. Let's go through some of the interior on this. I mean, you guys can probably tell right away, just showing you guys the interior. I mean, wow, does it look nice. Like, it's, yeah, I'm impressed. This does not look like my wife's Kia Optima, I can tell you that. This is very nice, and I was impressed with her car, but there's nothing fancy from the look of the interior of her car. This looks fancy and sophisticated. I don't know if you guys can tell, this is like one solid unit all the way across. Now, there's obviously a dead space here, but the way it's all connected looks so futuristic. Like, that's wild. And then you can see the instrument cluster right in front of us. That's definitely unique for sure. Over on the right, again, nice big screen. So like, and it's very like quick, like as far as like touching. But as far as like the map goes, same as my wife's 2016 Optima EX. It's which is actually really nice because it's not complicated. So that's great. Moving down, you've got your dual zone climate, and it's also like a screen. It's all digital, which looks killer, honestly. Moving our way down, you will notice there are heated seats and a heated steering wheel. You have some blank buttons there because if you move up a trim level, you will get ventilated seats, just not on this EX. You have a wireless phone charger down in there and other various charging ports, and you can obviously just press this and you can cover it to make it look nice, and it's all like a piano black all in this area. Moving our way down, you do have a drive mode selector along with a new like gear selector, which is unique looking. And then right here, drive modes, here they all are. You can go through them. Snow, Smart, Sport, and Eco are the modes you will get in this vehicle. Moving our way down on the steering wheel, on the right-hand side, you can see you have a lane keep assist right there. And you have your cruise control button, you have menu buttons, pretty standard stuff there. On the left-hand side, you will notice there is volume controls and selecting your different tracks, and obviously phone, voice command, pretty standard stuff as well. Moving over to the left down here, you'll notice there are a few more buttons. You've got your instrument cluster and light display in here for the brightness level. You've got your rear hatch and then traction control, and then a battery reset button along with your parking brake. Up here, you will notice the little triangle. You've got blind spot monitoring as well. Moving down to the door, the one thing that is not here is memory seating. There's no memory seating in the EX trim level. You have to go to the trim level above this in the SX. And now just talking about some of the storage compartments. Right here, you've got your glove box, pretty standard, nice size. It's gonna hold everything you want it to. Moving back, you've got a center console, and it is soft touch right here. You can even see it probably moving, and it is that dark blue color. And then moving down, you've got a decent amount of space in here. And then you've got these cup holders, which to me are like super cool. Like, I don't know why I'm so fascinated with these, but I am super fascinated. Like, check this out. Let's say you need a big water bottle, it'll fit right there, right? But then now you have a little bottle, so you don't want it to shake back and forth, right? Just press a button, voila. It makes it a different size. So all it does is just spins around like this, and then it just stays. And then every time you need it, you just press the button. I mean, how cool is that? I think that pretty much wraps up the interior for the most part. We're not going to go through every option in the screen. You guys know I don't do that. I try my best to keep these as short as possible, because all of that stuff is just customability, different stuff. If there's any like crazy features that stand out, I will show you guys, but nothing too insane. So just go test drive one, buy one. You can change a ton of things within that screen. Without further ado, let's get this on the road. Before we get it out on the road, let's go through every stat and figure that I feel is important. If I miss anything, comment below and I'll be sure to try to include it in my next videos. Now, gas mileage. This gets 38 city, 38 highway. Again, all-wheel drive, okay? It is a hybrid. And it's got a 1.6 liter gasoline engine, and it's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, with your fuel economy, you're gonna get a 13.9 gallon tank, and it's pushing around 227 horsepower. I think that's pretty much all of your stats and figures you're gonna wanna know, other than obviously the price. This vehicle comes in at $30,990. You add in the EX Premium package, which includes your panoramic roof, and we're looking at a grand total, including shipping charges, $33,860. Alrighty, let's get it out on the road. As we are now getting it out on the road, my first impressions have to be all of the updated interior. I mean, that really like surprised me. I mean, I didn't watch like the unveiling of this vehicle or anything, so I didn't know what to expect, and it certainly looks better than what I ever would have imagined. The other thing is, when it comes to hybrid, at least many people think, oh well, it's not quick. Well, in this compact SUV, you're doing a 0 to 60 in about 7.2 seconds. Now, of course, that is not like fast, but again, it's a compact SUV, it's all-wheel drive, and to me, I think that's very respectable for what this vehicle is. So don't come yelling at me and you're comparing it to something that this is not. You're looking at other vehicles in this segment. 7.2, very respectable. The other thing is this all-wheel drive is just like, you can just floor it and it goes. Like, it's not fast, but it's enough that the torque from the electric motors like gets it going off the line. And so like any of you guys that have experienced electric motors, just off that initial line, it like sucks you to your seat basically. So it has that initially, and then obviously it falls on its face pretty quickly in the sense of the electric motor feel, and then the gasoline motor's kicking in and helping and getting you to the 7.2 seconds. As some of you may or may not know, my wife actually daily drives a Kia. It is a Optima EX, and there goes my phone, whoops. She daily drives an Optima EX, a 2016, and it's got everything you could really honestly imagine, aside from lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control. Other than that, it's got heated seats, leather seats obviously, cooled seats, navigation, panoramic roof, heated rear seats, heated steering wheel. Anyway, you name it, it shocks everybody that that's a Kia and it has everything in it. Kia has not stopped. Kia continues and continues to improve. Like I already mentioned, this vehicle looks even better on the interior than my wife's, and she loves her Kia Optima. On the flip side, just so you guys know for this review, I also own a 2017 Acura NSX, which I just took delivery of. I traded in an Audi R8 gated manual and a C7 Z06 manual for that. So keep in mind as to the vehicles I own and how my perspective is on this vehicle. Now, the ride quality in this, as far as going over bumps, just roads that have some texture, it's surprisingly pretty smooth. Again, this is a vehicle that comes in at around $33,000. So coming in at around $33,000, I think it's priced pretty aggressively, just in respect to how this thing drives. You have the comfort, the seats, they're plush. I have no problem with the seats. On this EX model, in particular, the passenger side is a manual adjusted seat. If you go up to the SX Prestige, you will get a power seat on the passenger. But that does not change how comfortable the seats are, the same textures, cushions, all that stuff, all the same, very comfortable. As far as the steering goes, it's responsive. It's actually pretty responsive. It's pretty quick. There is some body roll, probably more than what I would have expected for this size of SUV, but nonetheless, again, it's not bad. And how often are you going to be taking turns at really any kind of speed that even really matters? But just to prove a point, I will just go with the vehicle. You can probably kind of see by my shoulders as to where it's kind of throwing me to, and that's just taking a turn at like 22 miles an hour, not fast, just a normal turn. So there is a little bit of the body roll in this thing, but again, I think that's probably worth it just because of how comfortable and how good it takes textured roads and all that stuff. It's pretty smooth and it's pretty quiet. I'm on one of the noisiest, bumpiest, terrible roads right now, and it's really not that bad. You may have a little bit of noise on the GoPro, maybe. I don't know what you guys can hear. In here, you can hear a little bit of the road noise, and that's about it. Past that, there's nothing. That was a very loud car, and I'm sure you could hear a little piece of it, and that's probably about it. It was actually not bad going past that thing. As we're driving along, just retouching on the gas mileage, 38 city, 38 highway, compact SUV, all-wheel drive, hybrid. I think that's very respectable for this vehicle. So Kia did a really good job there. And just while I'm driving it, those numbers are certainly true. Okay, with all-wheel drive, let's say there's a car coming or something and we need to really like get and go, get out of the way, right? Like this is a safety thing. We're taking a left, right? All right, straight to the floor, pinned it. You can feel it in the wheel just a little bit. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. That's pretty good. I hit 57 right there. I didn't get all the way to 60 pretty quickly. I mean, that was pretty quick, to be honest. And there was a little bit of wheel slippage actually in the front, but nothing compared to just straight front wheel drive. So pretty impressed. That was good. Visibility in this vehicle is good. I have no issues with visibility. The pillars are actually pretty skinny compared to some other vehicles, so I can see out of it really well. If you have any issues, there is blind spot monitoring on this vehicle, as I've already mentioned, so it's there if you need it. I think last but not least, as far as driving goes, you've got some different drive modes, as I've already showed. You do have the Snow, Sport, Smart, and Eco. While I just did that turn back there, that was an Eco, and I still was impressed. Obviously, if you pin it to the floor, it's gonna basically override the Eco, if you will, because Eco, basically, you can put your throttle down like 3/4, and it's basically just gonna like dull down your acceleration to make it more eco and use a little bit more battery and all of that. Not an engineer, you guys get it. Anyway, we're coming to another left-hand turn. Let's throw this thing in sport, and now let's see how it does, because I was impressed before. Let's see here. All right, we're clear, and to the floor. Okay. All right. 44, 50, 52, 53, 54, 60. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, again, that's pretty good. I mean, that's not bad. Like I said, 0 to 60 is around 7.2. Very respectable. I'm happy with it. I mean, the interior on this thing, I think, actually looks really good. Again, it's comfortable. It's easy to see out of. It's good gas mileage. There's plenty of room. This would be a very good, affordable road trip type of vehicle. So if you're in the market for a compact, smaller SUV, I would definitely give this a check because it's pretty nice, especially for the price point. And if you were wondering, I believe this is about 8 inches bigger than the previous Sportage. So if you checked out a previous Sportage, you may want to check out a 2023 because you might just change your mind. The next video is going to be 5 things that I love and 5 things that can improve on this vehicle. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace!